There is a very famous quote that success isn't about what you accomplish in your life, it's what you inspire others to do. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Radio NITroz, the official entertainment club of NIT Durgapur. We are back again with a new episode of our amazing video series, Success Stories. And today, we have a very special guest with us who recently got herself placed at JPMorgan and Chase. She has been a research intern at Cambridge University, Hong Kong University, and IIT Patna. She has set a perfect example for every one of us. She is none other than Sneha Chattopadhyay. Welcome, Snehadi. Firstly, a heartfelt congratulations on your great achievement.
Thank you. Thanks for the lovely introduction.
So, this video is sponsored by Jamboree India, one of the best coaching centers of GRE and GMAT. Before beginning, let's have a look.
Jamboree Education is 30 years old end-to-end overseas admission or study abroad provider.
So why should you be coming to us to Jamboree? Now in Jamboree we do the following things. We will help you not only in your preparation for GRE or GMAT, we can help you immensely in the field of profile building, the colleges that you want, what are the necessities, the requirements, how to apply. We will be doing everything for you from A to Z. We are looking forward to make you the entrepreneurs of the world.
Many of us are very much interested in knowing about the backstory behind this great achievement of yours. And for that, we have a few questions in store for you.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Thank you. So without any further ado, it would be great if you can tell us more about yourself.
Hi everyone, this is Sneha. I'm from batch of 2023 Mechanical Engineering. Till my second year, I had no clue like what I want to do after the 4 years of my engineering. I had literally kept all of my options open. Like sometimes I felt that I need to do an MBA, sometimes I felt that I need to do masters in CS, sometimes I felt the best route for me would be masters in mechanical. So I was like all confused and stuff like that. So, but I always knew that I loved coding and I loved software development, but I didn't think it was actually feasible until I got into this LinkedIn coaching program in my second year, which was for women in tech. And after that, I got selected as a Google Generation Scholar, and I tried to build my profile in that particular way so that I could apply to off-campus opportunities. And in my third year, I was lucky to get an internship offer from JPMorgan London. So I interned in London for 2 months, and that is where I got my PPO from. So yeah, I joined this company.
That's very inspiring, Dee. So the first and foremost question is, how did you manage placement studies along academics?
Basically the key is to prioritize things, like to know your goals early on. It's very difficult when you're on like 2 boards, and for me, like I mentioned, I was like not on 2 boards but 3 or 4 or 5 different boards, and it was a very difficult time till then because I didn't know what to prioritize on. But the more you have clarity on what you want to do, the more you can divide your time. And for me particularly, like once I knew that I want to apply for software jobs, I just knew that I had to maintain a decent CGPA in mechanical. So the trick for that is, like, since you have to go to classes regularly for the attendance, just try to listen in classes itself so that you don't have to spend a lot of time after returning from classes. Like either maintain good notes या फिर just अच्छे notes जुगाड़ कर लो before exams. I think like smart work is more important in this case.
So did you face any difficulties in managing the two side by side?
It was definitely difficult, but I still had it easier than you guys, since because of like online classes and stuff like that. I didn't have to go to classes regularly, but if you have to go to classes, it's really tiring. So that's a very difficult thing. But for me, the most difficulty was not knowing whether my efforts would actually yield some result. There were a lot of less options for me on campus. So like putting in so much efforts for coding and development and stuff like that, I didn't actually know whether it would lead me somewhere or if I should focus more on my branch itself. And apart from that, like for people who are in core branches can relate to this, like core branches exams are scary. But yeah, like I was lucky to have like really amazing friends who helped me in every step, like in terms of what to study, where to study from, and like to achieve the maximum outcome in minimum time.
That's quite good to know about. So coming to our next question, can you tell us about the internships that you did?
Mostly I did research internships because I wanted to keep my option for masters in computer science open. So that is how I wanted to build my profile. But at the same time, I knew that I wanted to apply for software development jobs as well. So for all my research internships, like which originally started at research internships, I tried to get some development experience as well. Like, like suppose for this internship that I did under one of the professors of NIT Durgapur, I tried to like take on the development side of work, like building the backend with MERN stack. So I built this application which would help like rural people to get connected with doctors online. So this is how I tried to take in like more development work in my internships, and even at like Cambridge and Hong Kong University and IIT Patna, which you mentioned, like I tried to take on more of the coding side of things. So yeah, that was about my internship.
Okay. So I have a personal question. So how important is it to get an internship? Means, is it necessary for a person to get an internship if he's targeting for a good placement?
Okay, so that depends on whether you are applying on campus or off campus, like for your placements. For on campus, it's not like really important because the shortlisting is mostly done based on what good CGPA you have, and apart from that, like the first round that you will give, like the first online round or aptitude round or coding round or whatever. So shortlisting is based on that, and it doesn't depend a lot on your resume or profile and stuff like that. But for like off campus, it's really important to have a good profile because the competition is huge. So having internship sets your profile, sets your resume apart from the other resumes, but it's not the end of the world. It's not that it's the only way to make your resume stand apart. You can do a lot of other things as well, like good hackathon participation or good competitive programming ranks. All these things help your resume stand apart as well. But so basically you need to have something in your resume that will give you an edge over like 1,000 other candidates who are applying off campus. So yeah, like even before your main internship, like which you do in third year, like in third year everyone has to do something or the other, right? Like some industry internship or like maybe some industry experience or whatever. So even before that, try to do something which like helps build your profile.
Okay, so that was nice to know. Now coming to co-curriculars, means did you get time for your hobbies in college, and how did you deal with the distractions like social media, friends, parties, etc.?
Till third year, I guess for me, balance was the key. Like I would suggest that don't get burnt out by shutting yourself down, but like always remember your priorities. That's what I did. Because once you start your third year, like that's the most important time, and you know that you like all the interviews are coming up, and like you have a short amount of time. So like how you utilize the remaining months is like really important. So so that's the time when you should cut down on these distractions a little bit, but definitely like have fun, because that's the most important part as well, because these 4 years will be like super memorable for the rest of your life. So yeah.
Okay.
The good thing is that it's not like this interview thing is not like JEE, that you don't have a single day to prove yourself. You will get a lot of chances throughout your life, and you just need a single day of luck. So don't get all stressed out and don't shut yourself down from everything.
Okay, so my next question was up to that only. Means, can you share your experience of the final interview?
So my final interview, for that I was given a 3 years time slot, and like I had 2 interviews back to back. Like after one interview, they I stayed in the same meeting and another interview joined. So the first interview started as like a coding round. Like I was given 2 coding questions which I had to code up and explain my solution, like you have in a normal coding interview. And after that, like they asked me questions from computer science fundamentals, like like OOB, DBMS, operating system and stuff like that. After that, I was asked to choose one of the 3 languages from Java, C# or Python, and I chose Python because I had like prior experience of that in my internships. So they asked language specific questions based on that. So like if you're particularly like trying for JPMorgan, I would suggest it's good to have either Python or Java in your resume, because especially in London office, a lot of teams are based on Python or Java in the backend. So if you have one of those, it will help you like set your resume apart. So then they asked me Python specific questions. After that, they asked me like questions related to the like tech stacks I had in my projects, and then they asked me from like software development lifecycle, basics of system design and stuff like that. And yeah, that was mostly my first interview. And after that, the second interview joined, and they mentioned in the start itself that it's gonna be like a rapid fire round and like be concise with your answers. Like I have a lot of questions to ask. Like she had I think 40 or 50 questions prepared. So like the key to that was like to answer quickly and to draw experience from my past internships or past experiences I had, and like they were checking your presence of mind and to like answer spontaneously and quickly. That was the key to that. Like
Okay, that was quite interesting to know. So I have another question for you: that what major topics or areas should we, as a student, as now in the campus, mainly focus on to clear the interviews?
yeah, so basically you should like start with like competitive coding, I would suggest, because once you start with competitive coding you get the like acumen you need to clear the coding rounds. So after that, once you're comfortable with like standard like basic questions like code forces A, B, C level, you can move to like proper DSA preparation from Lead Code or Interview Bit or like any other site or Gigs for Gigs, like whatever you prefer. So DSA is like really important for all kind of interviews, like all kind of software interviews, whether on campus, off campus. Like that's the most important thing I'd say, because like how strong is your DSA, that plays a really important role in deciding your outcome. And apart from that, like be thorough with the CS fundamentals. Like don't put a lot of time for CS fundamentals, but try to make good notes for them so that you can just revise them before your interviews and be fine with it. And most other companies you wouldn't need system design, especially in your internship or as your like placement interviews as a like new grad. So yeah, apart from that, have good projects and know the tech stacks that you're using in your project really well, because you might be asked any sort of questions from those. So if you're having something in your like resume, you're supposed to know it inside out. So yeah, this is another topic.
Okay, so my next question was also on projects. Means how many projects are necessary to clear the interview?
So having 2 to 3 good projects is like enough, and by enough I mean optimal as well. It's not recommended to have like 4 or 5 or 6 or a lot of projects, because the person who is like seeing your resume, they have like really short amount of time, 10 seconds to just scan it quickly and make an outcome. So like it's best that you have your like best projects so that like they can see it and make a decision quickly.
Okay. So now, Didi, I would like to know, means everybody has some hurdles in their way to get these great achievements in life. So we would like to know that about the hurdles that you faced during your placement preparation. Means how did you tackle those hurdles and what supported you the most during the worst situation of your journey?
For me, the greatest hurdle was managing both the like my branch and coding, because mechanical workload was like really huge, and doing mechanical assignments, like studying for exams, and with that maintaining like DSA preparation and doing the research internships that I did. So like time management was like really difficult in my case. And also one of the other things was on-campus restrictions. Like I knew from the start that I have limited options, like tech companies would allow till electrical. So that was a really big hurdle for me, I would say, because again, which I said earlier, I never knew whether putting in so much efforts would actually yield some outcome, or like whether I'll have to go for a totally different career route than what I was planning to go to.
So now finally coming to NIT Durgapur. So do you miss the campus?
Oh, I miss the campus a lot. I miss all our like all the canteens, Chandu canteen, Wonder Cafe and all that, and I miss hanging out in jhoops after class and like having all those night outs and fests in ovals and lords. Yeah, I miss each and every bit of the campus.
Okay. So, Didi, we are about to end our session. But before drawing the curtains, we would like to be honored if you give us some career advice and tell us any such key points that we should follow to succeed.
Sure. So, what I would suggest is like, don't wait for an ideal time to start preparing something. So, this is what I realized in my 4 years of journey, that it will never stop getting overwhelming. I always used to feel that I have so much on my plate right now. Like my semester exams are coming up, I have this going on, that going on, and I don't have time for preparation, or I don't have time to take up that extra project. So I would wait until like some thing would be off my plate, so to take up new responsibilities. But that never happens. It will never stop getting overwhelming. So just push yourself an extra bit and get started, like with something that needs to be done for your like preparation. Make friends, make memories, have fun. Don't stress out too much. The journey is as important as the destination. So yeah, just make sure to make memories along the way and fall in love with the process. That's all I would say.
Thank you, Didi, for giving such a motivating speech. Means we are very much motivated by what you have achieved in all these years of your college. So thank you for your important time, and it was very nice talking to you.
Thanks for inviting me. It was really nice talking to you as well. Like, you asked like really good questions, and I feel that as a student in my college, I would have similar kind of doubts. So yeah, the questions were really good.
So here we had Sneha with us. We came to know a lot about the inspiring story behind her great achievement. We should set this as an example and push our limits daily. See you soon on a new episode of Success Stories. Bye.
Hello, future engineers. Would you like to do your MS, your PhD, or your MIM in one of the topmost colleges of the world? Sounds interesting? Let's say Harvard, let's say Stanford. How's that? You want to do it there? Any top college of the world, we can help you to go and achieve your dream. To materialize your dream, we have come here. We are Jamboree. We are the pioneer of study abroad.
Right away start with the GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL examination, and also provide you with the world-class facilities where you can come down to our center and take the offline classes. We also provide certain online classes where at your convenience, you can sit even in your campus and take the classes for these test preps. Not only just that, we also guide you throughout the process of your admission abroad, starting with the top class shortlisting of the universities, content management, roadmap building, and even other services like loans, forex management, all of the above. We would like to provide you with certain special discounts only for this partnership with Radio NITroz Club. So please come down to our center or call us at the adjoining number so that if you have any doubt, any questions, you can reach us at any point of time. See, we would like to tell you one thing, that there are a lot of things which you'll get through the internet these days, right? But those are only the information. But what is correct for your profile and for you, for that actually you need a expert opinion. So we would suggest you to just feel free, call us on the designed number or connect us at our center for the better guidance of your career.